Hey there, welcome back to my channel. This is V3ZAG Suraj here. Today we are stepping back in time to revisit a classic gem, my old PIC programmers. Now, this may not be the latest or greatest, but there's something nostalgic and charming about the tools that kickstarted our journey into the world of microcontrollers. Join me as we dust off this vintage PIC programmer, share few stories, and see if it still holds up in today's tech landscape. Today we'll be basically discussing about two type of PIC programmers. One is Multi Pic Programmer, that is serial port based, and another one is PIC Kit2 Clone Programmer, that is USB based. Showcasing here is Multi Pic Programmer version 5.2. It is a simple PIC programmer which can easily program 8-pin to 40-pin devices using single SIP socket. This was my first PIC programmer, which was built by me when I began my electronics hobby 10 years back. There are many kind of PIC programmers. The programmer which I built does not need any external power supply, and since there are only few parts, it is very cheap and easy to build. This type of PIC programmers are also known as JDM programmer. This name comes from the name of Jens Jaeger Mattsson, who devised this first. The main improvements as compared to previous versions are that it is having made it suitable for VPP before VDD, and thus by accepting devices with LVP, that is low voltage programming mode. It is recommended to see if there is enough output voltage at the serial port of your personal computer. If TXD, TTR and RTS do not have more than plus 7.5 volt or minus 7.5 volt, this programmer will not work at all, especially with the latest laptop computers that use low power RS-232 interface ICs. Jumper against SW1 switch need to be adjusted based on total number of pins of targeted PIC. SW2 jumper need to be adjusted based on VTD first or VPP first criteria. You can check the datasheet of respective targeted PIC to identify that. You can find the complete project details and writings in Foxtrot Echo November Golf 3 homepage. This type of extension cables can be easily made from DB9 socket. I have used such cables for connecting my PIC programmer to PC. You need to install ICprog or WinPIC application in your Windows PC so that your PC can communicate with this PIC programmer. There are few set of conditions we need to follow while programming using this PIC programmer. You can read more details in the official website. I'll be sharing the link in the description below. The PCB for this particular project is completely homemade using hand drawing and copper clad etching. This is the top layout and this is the bottom layout of the PCB. If you guys have noticed, I have used floppy disk case as enclosure for this project. That's all with Multi Pic Programmer. Next we'll be discussing about PICkit2 Clone. Talking about PICkit2 Programmer, it is a legendary microcontroller programmer or debugger developed by Microchip Technology. It was widely used for programming PIC microcontrollers and offered debugging capabilities. However, it has been succeeded by newer tools like PICkit3 and PICkit4, which provided enhanced features and support for a broader range of PIC devices. This is a clone version of Microchip's programmer PICkit2. The design is based on the schematic shown in Microchip's user manual for the PIC kit. The main difference is that the clone version doesn't support ICSP or in-circuit serial programming connector, but instead has a zero insertion force socket. The programmer is fully compatible with PICkit2 version 2.61 application, and the IDE NP-Lab, as the firmware of the PIC is the same as that developed by Microchip. The following microcontrollers are capable: PIC10F, PIC12F, PIC16F, PIC18F, DS PIC30F. You can get the complete details of the project as well as the required applications from GitHub link that I'll be sharing in the description. As you can see, I have used floppy disk case for this programmer also. The PCB is also homemade using hand drawing and copper clad etching. The rest of the components are simply soldered on the PCB. If you closely observe, you can find an IC in the circuit board. That is nothing but another PIC microcontroller with USB capability. It is a PIC 18F2550 PIC microcontroller that is mounted on the PCB board, which will help you to interact with the USB. These three LEDs are provided for indication of DC, target and USB, and you can find jumpers on the right side of the circuit board. These jumpers will help you to choose the pin numbers of the targeted PIC microcontroller. I built this PICkit2 Clone after I upgraded my old personal computer to laptop. Before upgrading, I used my old personal computer serial port and the old Multi Pic Programmer to program the PIC 18F2550. In conclusion, creating a homemade PIC programmer offers a cost-effective and educational solution for programming PIC microcontrollers. While it may require some technical expertise and careful assembly, the benefits of customization, learning experience and resourcefulness make it a rewarding endeavor for electronic enthusiasts. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. 73s. Bye bye.